Hi guys, CombinedYoutuber here. Welcome to the 4th episode of the Grid Autosport career mode today, and we'll be doing continuing with the Open Wheel Championship, the GP League, in the Formula C for Razor Motorsport. We are racing in the Circuit Mont Tremblant for this episode. 2 races as per usual. The Grand Prix circuit, which is the full circuit, which is a good choice because I quite like the circuit. Not really good at it, but I like the circuit. We are currently second in the standings after Marina, and here we are in Circuit Mont Tremblant.
Alright Junior, you're currently second in the driver standings. That's exactly where you need to be. So stay ahead of him this weekend to extend the gap.
Tobias Fischoff is still our event rival.
The GP League continues here today at Canada's Circuit Mont Tremblant. We should be in for a real treat too as our drivers try to tip the balance. Peter, what are your thoughts?
Duncan, I think this might be sewn up. The top spot isn't budging and no one looks like they can get close.
There's nothing more to say now, but to wish our drivers the best of luck and get ready to enjoy the event ahead.
So here we are for the qualifying for the Mont Tremblant race. This is our fastest lap for the session. So we ended up 4th after the first lap, which is the 132.0. Here we go, coming into turn 1, which is uphill and then downhill, which is an interesting turn 1. Then into turn 2, which is flat out. Now breaking down to 3rd gear for turn 3. I don't really like these corners. That's why I'm not really the best at it. Into turn 4, which is also flat. Now to turn 5, a long left-hander sliding a little bit there on the just like entry. Now coming into turn 6, once again oversteering, and now coming onto a little straight, coming down into the next right-hander, which is a similar kind of corner to turn 3, and we got pretty right there. 3/10 up actually on pole position, so we're 9th fastest at the moment here in Mont Tremblant after the first lap. Here we go, coming onto the very long straight, and now coming into this corner, breaking down to 3rd gear, right-hander, no, not 3rd gear, actually 4th gear. Now coming through into the left-hander, almost flat, and coming up the hill through the tunnel into the left-hander, up, down into 3rd gear, coming into now the flat-out right-hander, and now into the penultimate corner, breaking down into 2nd gear, taking it very nicely, and now coming into the final corner, flat out, 4th gear. Now coming across the line to get first. We got first provisional pole position, but we ended up on the last lap. We actually ended up 3rd place. So here we are on the final lap, final corner, coming across the line. We qualify in 3rd place for this Mont Tremblant race. This Mont Tremblant weekend. 1:29.3 our best time. The 2 Raven Wests have a 1-2 ahead of me. There's Team Kicker 3 and 4, Forge Motorsport 6 and 7, Cusco, then Liquid Moly, and Cusco again, Liquid Moly, Monster Energy 12th and 13th, Intel Motorsport 14th and 15th, and my teammate is down in last once again. 9 seconds off the pace and almost 10 seconds slower than me. I mean, seriously, get a move on. Anyway, here we are for the first race here in Mont Tremblant. It's a 6-lap race because it's such a long track.
You're in position 3, and your teammate is 16th.
And we are 3rd on the grid, and our teammate is 16th. Here we go for the first race in Mont Tremblant, and we are away now in Mont Tremblant, and we've had a pretty bad start there, but the kicker did not quite get us there. As the Raven Wests are side by side into turn 1, they actually made contact, but they keep their positions into turn 1, into turn 2. Are we going to challenge them into the next few corners here? And coming to turn 3 and into turn 4. The kicker of Evan Kennedy is all over the back of us now, coming into turn 4, but he doesn't quite get the position, and we stay in 3rd on lap 1. Here we go, coming into this corner. And we're going to stay behind Aaron Wesley and Rick Scott. Coming to this right-hander, we oversteered once again. I don't know what is wrong with our handling in this car at the moment. Here comes Evan Kennedy on the inside into this corner again. Doesn't quite get us as we go down to 3rd gear for that corner. Now coming onto the straight, oversteering like hell there. on the exit of that corner. And now onto the long straight. Can the kicker of Evan Kennedy get us into this corner? Here comes the other kicker as well. Is he going to challenge both of us? No, he isn't. We keep third as we head on to the end of lap 3, lap 2. There's nothing really happened in this race at the moment. Now coming to turn 1. Aaron Wesley is ahead of us in second place at the moment. We're still in third, so no one has changed their positions. Evan Kennedy's still in fourth, and our teammate's still in 16th. And we got some great traction there on Aaron Wesley. Are we going to get him into the next corners? Here we go, slipstreaming him to turn 4. And now onto the straight, going down into turn 5 and 6. We're going to have a little look up the inside of Aaron Wesley. We didn't quite get him there. And we stay in third place. Everyone has kept their position so far. And they're coming into the hairpin now. Breaking down to second gear. We are going to get very close to Aaron Wesley coming to the final corner. Here we go. Moving on to the end of lap 3 of this Mont Tremblant first race. Here we go. Coming onto the straight. Are we going to go up the inside of Aaron Wesley into this corner? Yes, we are. We finally make an overtake. And we get into second place. Behind Rick Scott now, so we've passed on the Raven Wests. We are massively overperforming as we do in career mode, and Rick Scott is ahead of us now into P1. So here we go. We're going to get him into this corner. Hopefully, we can get him to get our first win in this Grid Autosport career mode. Here we go, coming into this corner. We're going to go up the inside, and there's contact, and we've gone for a spin onto the exit of that corner. So we've lost position to Aaron Wesley once again. We came in third once again. That was unfortunate. We actually shouldn't have gone for that move at all. We completely just went for a move that was not going to work. And Rick Scott cut us off. And we dropped down to third once again. And we've drifted on the exit of the final corner. Evan Kennedy's going to try and challenge us. Coming into turn 1. He's going to go round the outside. Yes, he is. He gets a position. And he gets into third place. Now here we go, coming to this corner. We're going up the inside of this corner. We're going to try and go round the outside of Evan Kennedy, coming into this corner now. Now we're coming onto the straight. Are we going to get Evan Kennedy into the next corner? This is the penultimate lap of this race. The first race, of course, out of 2. And Evan Kennedy actually got the position. Nice job from him there. And now here we are on the final lap into turn 1. Coming now into turn 2 flat out. Are we going to get Evan Kennedy into this corner? Are we going to get third place in this first race here in Mont Tremblant? Coming into turn 4, we are very close to Evan Kennedy there. Coming into that corner. Are we going to get him into the next corner now? Once again, slipstreaming him. Coming down into turn, I don't know what this is, turn 5 I think. And now onto the final few corners of this Mont Tremblant first race. Here we go into the tunnel, breaking down to third gear. And now coming into the penultimate corner, coming up into the hairpin. Are we going to get Evan Kennedy on the inside into the hairpin? Well, no way. We're actually going to go up the inside. There's contact. Are we going to get him? We're going to actually try. Yeah, we're actually going to get that position back. There was no way we're going to get that move. And we end up finishing in 4th place here in Mont Tremblant, the first race. We had to get the position back there because, in my opinion, that move we did on the penultimate corner was a little bit not really clean, let's say. So I just gave the position back at the final corner. So he was going to get the podium anyway. Rick Scott wins for Raven West ahead of his teammate Aaron Wesley, then Evan Kennedy in 3rd, me in 4th, Leo Turner in 5th, then Sophie Muller and Owen O'Sullivan making a Forge Motorsport 67, Liqui Moly of Matthews Diaz in 8th, and Jules Clement won Ruiz in completing the top 10. Rick Scott leading the championship by a massive 34 points ahead of me in 2nd, Evan Kennedy in 3rd for kicker, Raven West 4th for Aaron Wesley, then Leo Turner, Aaron O'Sullivan, Forge Motorsport again, then Liqui Moly Costco Racing. And now Raven West lead the constructors by 35 points from kicker, then Forge Motorsport, Razor Motorsport, Liqui Moly Racing Team, Costco, Monster Energy and Razor Intel, I believe. And here we are for the second race in Mont Tremblant. It's another 6-lap race. And Rick Scott is once again on pole. So it's the same order, basically, as the first race. So here we go for the lights for the second race in Mont Tremblant, and so away we go for the second race, and it's exactly the same start as before, with Evan Kennedy trying to challenge us into turn 1. We didn't quite get him in, we're still side by side, and everyone oversteered around turn 1 there, which is interesting. And now coming to turn 2 and 3, we are right behind Rick Scott, who's leading this race, and Aaron Wesley. We are oversteering all over the place. We are having a not so good car in this race. Lap 1 now, or lap 1 of this race at the moment here in Mont Tremblant. Aaron Wesley gets into, well, stays in second. And we've actually oversteered once again on the exit. We are losing so much time. We've lost our position to both of the kickers there. And we're actually trying to challenge once again on the inside of Leo Turner. He holds it around the outside. Nicely done from Leo Turner and the kicker. He goes up into 5th. And now onto lap 1 and 2. Onto lap 2 now of this race. We're going to go on the inside of Leo Turner. Coming to turn 1, we get the move done on the inside. We get into 4th. It's a good move from us, pretty easy as well. Let's see if we can get Evan Kennedy in the kicker. Are we going to get him here? Here we go, coming into this corner, into the left-hander. Oh, we're oversteering once again. We don't have a great car. I told you I don't like the handling in this car. Now coming into the hairpin now, Evan Kennedy. Into the final 2 corners of this race. We're going to get some good traction once again into the final corner on starting lap 3 of this race. Here we go. Oh no! Evan Kennedy actually blocked us off there, so he didn't go up the inside into turn 1 like we did with his teammate Leo Turner. He comes into turn 3. Is he going to get him this time? No, he isn't. This is good defending from Evan Kennedy here. Despite the AI being crap in this game, they're actually good at defending, which is interesting. Now coming onto this corner. Coming just a little bit up the inside, but just a little look, but not quite making the move stick. We stay in 4th place. These have not been the greatest races so far in terms of action. There's not been that much action in the races. Did a few overtakes, obviously, but there just hasn't been much action in the races, as they've actually gone way too deep into that corner, and we've gone for a spin on the exit of that corner. What a shame. What a shame. We completely drifted wide after overshooting that corner, and we have dropped all the way down to 12th place. That is actually unfortunate. Halfway through the race, and we've already dropped down to 12th. So we got 11th place ahead of us. I believe that's it's a Monster Energy, I believe. Yes, it is. We're going to go up the inside into turn 1. We're going to get 11th place. So that's 1 position away from the top 10 at the moment on lap 4. So this might become exciting if we go for a little comeback here in this race. Coming to turn 3 and into turn 4. And now coming onto the straight, lap 4 of this Grand Prix. Grid Autosport, I don't know. But the Intel Motorsport of Juan Ruiz has actually drifted off that car there, and he's lost that position to us there into 10th. So we are making up positions, not very often, but we are making up positions at least. And now a name I do not know the pronunciation to is up next for Cusco. So he's in 8th place at the moment. Going to go up the inside, maybe into the tunnel. Yes, we are. We're going to go up the inside. Good move from us there. You saw it from the replay cam, of course. Here is the replay from the chase cam. We're going to go up the inside. We touched wheels, so we just touched twice there. Didn't completely push him off track, but I pushed him out of the way, which is not ideal. Now coming onto lap 4. Matthias Diaz, we got very close to him there on the exit of that corner. Are we going to go side by side with him coming into this corner? We're going to go side by side onto lap 5 of this Grand Prix. We're going to go round the outside of the Liqui Moly. We're going to get into 8th place. A good move into turn 1. And now we're going to go on the inside of Jules Clement surely. Into this corner, he's hit us. He has brake checked us. Oh, actually, maybe we've hit him a bit. But the very slow cars of the Cuscos and the Intels and the Liqui Molys. That's great defending, by the way. We're trying to go up the inside of Jules Clement into that corner, and we actually did not get the position there because of great defending by him in the Cusco. We're going to go up the inside to the hairpin, the penultimate corner, and we get him there. So 7th place, we have made up that position, and we are trying to chase down Aaron O'Sullivan, which is very unlikely considering how far we are. We're around 2 seconds behind him, so we're not going to get him in this race. So we might finish in 7th, so that's not going to be good for our championship. In terms of chasing down Rick Scott, it's not really good for our championship. So we've got one more Formula C event after this, which is Hockenheim, I believe. So we are looking up the inside of Aaron O'Sullivan. We're not going to quite get him at the line here, I reckon. Into the final corner. We go on the outside. We're going to try our best to get past, but we don't. And we finish in 7th place, our worst result of the Grid Autosport career mode so far here in Mont Tremblant. So that's the end of that weekend. Rick Scott wins for Raven West ahead of Team Kicker, which is 2 and 3. Forge Motorsport, Sophie Muller finishing well. Aaron Wesley finishing 5th, which is interesting. Aaron O'Sullivan in 6th, and me in 7th. Jules Cohen in 8th, and Matthias Diaz, Liquid Molly, and Costco Liquid Molly again. Monster Energy 12th and 13th. Intel Motorsport, our teammate, in 15th, and Tobias Fischoff in last for Intel Motorsport. Rick Scott leading the championship by 41 points from Evan Kennedy. That's me in 3rd, 52 points behind. There's Leo Turner, Aaron Wesley, Sophie Muller, Aaron O'Sullivan, Matthew Diaz, Costco in 9th, well, actually tying 9th and 9th. In the team standings, Raven West is leading by 37 points from Team Kicker, Forge Motorsport, Razor Motorsport in 5th at the moment. Was it 4th? I don't know. We've got 3 sponsor objectives there. We're going to get some XP. Not quite going to the 2nd level of open wheel, but we've got 9,260 XP. This is a very old recording. I have the boost pack now, so I have 50% XP boost. So I didn't get it for this one. But actually, the next episode is a cup event with called the Garmin Sports Prototype Challenge, which involves the Caterham SP300R. So that car is going to be interesting to race in. So hopefully you enjoyed this career mode episode here in Grid Autosport Mont Tremblant. See you guys on my next video, which will, I believe, be Grid Autosport Online. There's a reboot of that series, so hopefully you enjoyed. See you guys on my next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and goodbye.